everyone, Joshua here, and we're back to another cashA twinsanity video. And today we are going to be going over, most likely, is all the cut content from cashA twinsanity that we have seen as of right now. I mean, there's definitely a lot of cut content. So definitely make sure you stay through the entire video if you have not seen all the cut content. So, and just a side note, Activision, please remake my favorite cashA game, please. Please. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So first off, we are gonna be starting off this video with my personal favorite and the most popular cut level that was actually cut very far in development, and that is Gone a Bit Coco. Yes, my personal favorite cut level from cashA twinsanity that was cut. And man, can we just say, I wish this level was not one of the things that they had to cut out in the game, because this level would have been so fun to actually do. And this level would take place after Engine Sip, and once you get back from defeating in Trophy and Embryo as well, before you go to the airship. So you can see right here, this is like a concept art of the level itself. And like I said, this is this is the level that was very far in development. The most thing in any of the cut content that was very far in development before being decided to be cut from the game, because it was like probably 50 percent complete, and it was very laggy and buggy to play and would crash it, right? But you can see some pictures of it, and what I'm gonna show y'all in just a few seconds is what it would have been the cutscene, the opening cutscene to Gone a Bit Coco after Coco gets zapped from the Cyclotron. Because basically, when you come back from defeating, like I said, in Trophy and Embryo, when you get back to Cortex's Iceberg Lab, after Coco kicks the crystals out of Cortex's hands, the Cyclotron would have zapped Coco and opened a portal into her brain. And you can see right here, in full in-game kind of screenshot, you guys, of what a kind of good idea of what this level looked like in-game. And both the moon and sun would be present in this level. And there are two enemies. Well, kind of three, but kind of two at the same time. A teddy bear enemy. There's two types of these two enemies. That's why I said I guess we could just keep them into two. But at the same time, they're kind of three if you're counting them separately, like one in the cart and one not. And then the other one is right here, is another enemy. In this level, you would be playing as Dr. Cortex, because basically the whole thing of Gone a Bit Coco is Cortex would have to go inside of Coco's head and go to the windmill to gather information only Coco would know. And later in the level, Nina Cortex would be present in this level, would be playable in this level later in the level. Because she would have to come in and report the damage that Cortex done inside of Coco's head. And then we have this elephant kind of captain. This elephant captain. Which a developer kind of designer and gameplay guy, developer that worked on Twinsanity actually released a video showing like gameplay kind of the enemy itself. Sadly not the level, but like the enemy, like it would shoot some stuff out of its nose, and so some different attacks and stuff. And this is another enemy that most likely would have been in Gone a Bit Coco as well, just because it's a bunny, right? It's a bunny. So now what you're about to see is the kind of opening cutscene to the level. So I'll play it for you now.
The malfunction has opened a portal into her brainovial hyperbarium, the well from which her personality springs like sugar water. What pastel-colored horrors await in there? I wonder.
And here is another kind of gameplay, kind of what we could expect in the level from another developer, Fake Nina account, or Keith Webb / Paul Gardner. I'm not too sure which one of them is the Fake Nina account, but so I'll play it for you now.
We forgive you. Big hugs. Big hugs. Come here, frowny face. Wanna play? Over here, frowny face. Wanna play? We forgive you. Oh, come on, Mr. Sad Sack. Yay! Have I put on weight? Whoa! Hugs. Yeah, we forgive you. Yippee! Yippee! Turn that frown upside down. Man! Get him, girls! Somebody needs a cuddle. Get him, girls! Turn that frown upside down. Somebody needs a cuddle. Get him, girls. Man! Turn that frown upside down. Come on, Mr. Sad Sack. Wanna play? Hey! Somebody needs a cuddle. Yeah.
So do forgive me about kind of about that cut. Kind of close to the end. I do apologize. I don't know why I cut that for some reason, kind of close to the end. So do forgive me on that. But those are really the only two kind of things that we have of Gone a Bit Coco. Sadly, again, no gameplay, full gameplay of Gone a Bit Coco, which again is kind of sad. Maybe somebody can go into the files, or some of the old developers could, or somebody that used to work at Traveler's Tales that made Crash Twinsanity could find a desk and has Gone a Bit Coco that won't actually crash. Right? Or at least try not to break. Which I would love to see. I would love to see. And also, Cortex would have to use a vigor blast on his gun. To really to defeat the enemies, the teddy bears with, the lollipops, because they would use it as a shield, so you'd have to use a higher blast to do it, which is very interesting. But yeah, I definitely wanted to start it off with this one, because it's the most popular and my personal favorite of the cut content. Let's go to the next one, shall we? Next, this is like a small one, but there was a cut move, which would actually make you do if you use spin and something else to perform a super punch, which you can break open iron crates, or what you could like body slam on top of, which is very interesting. But of course, it has heard and said that the reason why it was cut because most likely it was too powerful and kind of not fixed so it wouldn't, like, break through floors, because if you're in the Cortex boss fight, you could just break through the floor, and it would kind of ruin the boss fight. So yeah, I can understand why that's cut. Next is a harbor level that you have to do before you reach Cortex's lab. Before you go to Cortex's lab. And also, this level would introduce the Komodo Bro race. That you have to race the Komodo Bros, which most likely would be before you reach the harbor, right? Most likely you would have to win first, win the power crystal, and then you go to the harbor, and then you go to a new kind of character, kind of is Papu, like Papu Papu, and that is Kapu Kapu. He was originally supposed to be the person in the boat, you know, the boat that takes you to Cortex's lab. Well, if you see, like in the original, like on the final version, there's a text, right? You can notice a text. That's actually Kapu Kapu, actually talking to you. But of course, since he was cut, they just had to cut out him. But his text is still there. And you would have to do like some sort of fishing minigame, if I am not mistaken, while you head to Cortex's airship. I mean, well, yeah, that's where his airship is, but his lab. Which of course, in the final version, there's just a load time. Alright, there's a loading time, that when you first get in the boat, and then it just loads all the way until you get there. But this was actually supposed to be like a minigame or something while you get to it, which is very interesting. The next one is another level that you go into someone's head, but this time you go into Cortex's head to figure out the true identity of the evil twins. And this would have been the only level in the game where a song would have been sung by Cortex himself, and you would have to face this hideous looking Cortex head and the level. Yeah, that was also cut from the game. Next is a level that a lot of y'all might actually be familiar with, and that is the lava caves, which most likely would be, of course, taking place in the 10th dimension. I'm not too sure where in the 10th dimension, but just from how the level looks, it would definitely be somewhere in the 10th dimension. Maybe before you get to the evil twins' lair, which you can see right here, which is, again, very interesting. It's very interesting, and I would have loved to see what this would have looked like. I think this level would have been so good to see. Now, this one is another level another favorite level that I love that was cut from the game. Good Cortex / the Rehab Lab. So basically, you would have to go, once you enter the 10th dimension, there's supposed to be a mix-up between crash and Cortex, and you would have to use the Rehab Lab to basically beat the actual heck out of Cortex until he turns evil again. So let me play the video.
Your fur is so soft and warm. Something's wrong. Something's changed. A malfunction. Our personality switched. If you're evil, I must be. The pain in my chest. I feel nice. And I can't stand it. Help me! Nina, I'm so proud of you. No. Dendrobium visiflorum, the prettiest of all orchids. Mr. Tiddles, why could we go milk? Make it stop. You imbecile! What do you... Of course. Prepare the rehab lab. Please.
And again, that would lead up to the Rehab Lab level, where again, you play entirely as Evil Crash, and you just beat the Doctor with traps and different stuff until you constantly beat the actual heck out of Dr. Cortex until he turns evil again. Which, man, this level would have been so much fun as well, because you actually get to hurt Cortex. You actually would have gotten to hurt Cortex. Man, this level would have been so much fun. Now let's talk about the cut dimension. Second dimension that we're supposed to go to. That is the ocean dimension. And we actually do have kind of a idea of what the ocean dimension cutscene could have actually been like. Because there is actually a part of the ocean dimension where you actually play entirely as Mecha Bandicoot. Yeah, you actually play as Mecha Bandicoot. So let me play the video for you.
Magic is no match for the twins' power. What we need is a little brute force. Mecha Bandicoot is equipped with an electronic brain, programmed with cash's own cerebral patterns. Are you sure that was wise? Let's bring him home. Engage autopilot! What's the worst that can happen?
Yes, that was probably the opening to like the rehab or not the Mecha Bandicoot level that you actually have to play entirely as Mecha Bandicoot when you enter the ocean dimension. And you can see one of the enemies that was supposed to be present in the ocean dimension, and the Coco sub-level, where you play entirely as Coco Bandicoot in the ocean dimension. There is, it looks like, a cut kind of sketch of a kind of fighting section where you and Cortex would be fighting, you know? Kind of like, in the, after you defeat Mecha Bandicoot, when you go into the caverns when you get to the first crystal, and before you meet the evil twins. Well, it looks like there's supposed to be a section as well, sometime in the game as well. Who knows where, but that's pretty cool as well to know that was in it. There is a level where you would play as Dr. Cortex riding in a UFO. We don't know where this could have been taking place, but Dr. Cortex would play, or you would play as Cortex inside of a UFO, which is really cool. There is a cut tree level where you would play entirely as Nina, going up a tree, most likely, I'm pretty sure, and of course, Engine's battleship would come, and you would have to, I'm not too sure where you would have to go in this level, but I know it is a tree level that was also cut. Most likely you would have to get to Engine's ship. Who knows? Not too sure much information on that, just this concept art, but still, it's really cool how there was a tree level cut. There was a cut canyon level, where you would play entirely as Dr. Cortex, or crash on Dr. Cortex's hoverboard with giant jetpack swordfish and the evil twins as well, watching your every move. Which this looks like is definitely part of the ocean dimension as well, most likely, just because of the sea creatures. There is a cut football level where Cortex would most likely have to maybe win a game. You would have to win a game of football, maybe. And it looks like at the Academy of Evil, which that's really cool. A level where you would have to rescue Nina from a giant robotic snake, which is really interesting. I wonder what this level is supposed to be all about, like its actual concept. A train level where you would have to escape from Koala Kong that is trying to find the evil twins' riches. A space level, or a future level, either a space level or a future level, that was also cut from the game, which is really cool. And sadly, I don't have a screenshot of it. But if you look in the gallery in the game, you can see some balloons, and most likely that would have been present in this level too. So just in case. So I do apologize on that. There was a temple level that was cut from the game. You can see kind of like this concept. And most likely the kind of close to the in-game model. There was a level that was cut that you would play entirely as Coco in a black jumpsuit that would have to hack into the Cortex computer to unlock Dr. Cortex's airship. And so this would be the second time that you would actually properly play in Cortex's castle since the first game, which that's really cool. Now here is a cut character from the 10th dimension, and that is the evil version of Coco, or Hot Coco that some people describe it as well. Now this evil Coco would not attack, according to the description of her character. She would not attack the team, like Cortex, Crash, and Nina Cortex. So here's a little clip for y'all to see.
You scared me. Come here. Forget it.
Ain't that sweet? It's a real man who ain't afraid to show his feelings, and my mom says real men prefer their cocoa hot and bitter.
I'm not thirsty. Let's go.
So yeah, her character is very interesting, especially what she says to Cortex. But Crash, oh boy, he seems very interested about Evil Coco, I can tell you that. You're never gonna believe this, but Entrance was supposed to be in Twinsanity. He was cut from Twinsanity. I'm pretty sure, he was reason why he has a band-aid over his eye is because he got attacked. He was in a fight with, Evil Crash, and he got his eye cut. But it's pretty cool to see that Entrance was in this game. Now, these next couple are actually cutscenes that were kind of cut. We'll start off with the first one, which is originally what it was going to be about when you find out the evil twins' riches.
No moronic marsupial. We must make preparations for... It's probably for you.
Trick or treat, trick or treat.
Fools! You thought these two party toys could defeat us? We are masters of the infinite dimensions, with power over reality itself, and riches beyond imagination.
Riches?
Riches? Riches? What's wrong with you? Always bringing up the riches. You don't remember us, do you, Doctor?
Should I?
You ruined our lives. Allow us to return the favor.
So right quick, before we continue, let's talk about what happened here. So, when you figure out the evil twins' riches, it's just, of course, a small thing, but Entropy was actually supposed to... That is how we actually see how Entropy has actually heard about the riches. And most likely how Embryo and Jen has as well. Which is very interesting. It's a small thing that was cut, but still, I think it's amazing to see about that.
How about another cocktail? Slibo!
I've never been so humiliated. No amount of treasure could ever begin to compensate.
Treasure, eh? Bonza.
As you can see in this cutscene, originally, after you got out of the snowball instead of Dingodile going to the bathroom, Dingodile would have be on a date with Tawna. With Tawna Bandicoot. Which again, it's a small thing, but Dingodile on a date with Tawna. Which you would never most likely see, right? Which is really cool that he actually was having a date with Tawna Bandicoot. This is very interesting.
Thinking Bandicoot. Pull the lever, Cortex. Push the button, Cortex. Throw the switch, Cortex. I have a heart condition. Did Frankenstein throw his own switches? Did Jekyll push his own buttons? Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it. Pathetic loser. I'm Lex Lane. I play the evil genius Dr. Cortex in the Crash Bandicoot video game franchise. Come with me now as we replay levels from the latest thrilling installment, Crash Bandicoot Twinsanity. Look out for the hidden gems. They'll earn you exclusive bonus material.
Cortex, you want to make up for lost time and play with your pets? So be it.
A giant robot? That doesn't even make sense. Very well. Let's get this over with. In and then circle to throw me over there. Trust me. We're pals, right? Manipulate the psychotron. These 6 disjunctional globiforms must be interphasified with the positron receptors before the quantum dilation stage kilometizes. Push the balls into the holes as quickly as possible. Must be careful. The dimensions coexist in fragile equilibrium. Any contact with our alter egos in this reality could prove disastrous. Welcome to the 10th. Forget I said anything. Oh, my dear. I can't bear to see you like this. Better. Came in disguise. We don't want to attract the wrong kind of attention.
Now that's my kind of woman. Ahoy, my golden siren of the deep. I shall shower you with pearls and make you my sea bride. Dr. Cortex? How confusing.
And then the final kind of cutscene is the game over screen from Quentin Flynn slash the Evil Twins, which is very interesting.
And weep, Dork. Game me over. Game me over? Well, you gave it your best shot. You want to quit now? I'd quit now. Game over. You know, if you hurry, you might still be able to get a refund. I hope you kept the receipt. Maybe you should try another game. I hear netball is very rewarding. Now I see why you don't have any friends. And we don't like you neither.
And the last kind of cut level from Crash Twinsanity is indeed, at least that I know, is the cut level bug run, which we have actually seen gameplay from one of the old Twinsanity developers, you guys, that we have actually seen gameplay on, which is very, very cool. And there was like some mini games as well that you can use with Cortex as well. I'm pretty sure there was. So yeah, those are like the cut levels that was from Twinsanity, you guys. So now let's do the characters, rest of the like enemies and stuff. The first character is the Ant Leader, the original main antagonist of Crash Twinsanity instead of the Evil Twins, which I hope the Ant Leader does not come as the main character in a Crash Twinsanity, in the Crash Twinsanity remake, because it's definitely most likely happening. It's definitely happening, right? It has to. It has to. So yeah. Or I would definitely be mad if they removed the Evil Twins from Twinsanity as the main villains. So you can see these pictures of what it would have looked like. And yeah, it would have had 4 arms, and like I said, it would have been the main antagonist of Twinsanity. Which, I'm just saying, just some words. Please don't be the main character in a Crash Twinsanity remake, and not replace the evil twins. There you go. As an extra boss, before the evil twins, but not the main villain. There are some cut enemies in Engine Sip, like a platypus that throws bombs, and a snake in a barrel. That was, like I said, cut from engines. Oh, and a rhino that throws bombs as well. And now we come to the final bits, and that is the other enemies. We have this kind of rock, kind of orange lava creature, which is really cool. We kind of have this kind of a faster kind of looking ant leader that probably would have kind of been kind of like the main servant of the ant leader. Who knows? We have this amazing looking robot, which most likely would have been, and of course present in the future level. We have this green thing, which I have no idea what this could have been used for. I have no clue. We have this scary looking thing. Imagine just seeing this pop right in front of you, or stand right in front of your bed when you wake up in the morning. Yeah, you would not like that. I would not like that either. If you saw this thing standing right in front of your bed, telling you good morning. We have this robot bat kind of creature, which is really cool. We have this kind of fly, which kind of reminds me of Squidward because of the nose. It kind of reminds me of Squidward a little bit. We have this cool robot right here, which looks really sick. A crab in a barrel, which probably would be, in the level, where Dingodile is. A rad ant minion, which I'm not too sure, because what this one would have did, because there isn't one already that kind of breathes fire out, so I wonder what this one would have been like. And the last one, and it is kind of like a tree kind of character, monster, that would like kind of like try to hug you and try to probably fling you around. So that is everything. If, of course, I am not forgetting anything. That was cut from Crash Twinsanity as of right now that we know about. I mean, there is still cut content out there, right, from Twinsanity that has not been revealed from Paul Gardner, Keith Webb, or any of the developers of Twinsanity. Which is insane. This game has so much cut content that should have not been cut out. I just really want to play, really want to play Crash Twinsanity with all content restored, and I need a remake so badly. So that is going to wrap it up for this video. I do hope you all enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you can get all the new notifications from me on my channel. And especially if you want to hear the latest Crash Twinsanity information and news, and a Crash Twinsanity remake, which I am definitely going to be talking about on my channel. I'll definitely make sure you turn on those notifications. So thank you guys for watching, and see you next video. Bye! Yeah, and put hashtag save Crash Twinsanity in the comment section down below. So thank you guys for watching, and see you next video. Bye! Please, Crash Twinsanity remake. Please, Crash Twinsanity remake. With all cut to content. Please, Activision. Please.